The power of a single thought life can sometimes feel overwhelming. We plan, we try, and we struggle, only to see things slip away from our control. In these moments, fear and doubt creep into our minds. We begin to believe that the world is against us, that nothing is working in our favor. But what if you could change this narrative completely with a single shift in your mindset? What if you began to live as if everything was secretly designed to benefit you? This is where Carl Jung's timeless wisdom comes in. He taught that the stories we tell ourselves shape not only our emotions, but also the world we experience. His message can be distilled into one powerful principle. Act as if everything always works out for you. It sounds simple, almost too good to be true. Yet hidden within this idea lies a psychological truth that can transform your reality. By acting as if life is always on your side, you awaken confidence, resilience, and even opportunities that might otherwise remain invisible. The psychology of acting as if. Carl Jung believed deeply in the connection between the conscious and the unconscious mind. He often said that until we make the unconscious conscious, it will rule our lives, and we will call it fate. Think about that for a moment. How many times do we sabotage our own happiness because of our hidden fears and expectations? If deep down you expect things to go wrong, you unconsciously behave in ways that create more obstacles. Your body language shows uncertainty. Your words lack conviction. People sense your doubt, and as a result, doors that might have opened remain closed. On the other hand, when you act as if everything works out, you signal to your unconscious mind a new belief that life is supportive, that you are capable, and that challenges will eventually lead to growth. Your posture changes. Your energy feels lighter. People are drawn to you because you radiate calm confidence. This isn't just philosophy. It's rooted in psychology. Our brains are wired for what scientists call confirmation bias. That means we notice and attract what we already expect. If you expect failure, you'll see signs of failure everywhere. But if you expect success, even if circumstances look difficult, you'll naturally discover opportunities others overlook. Acting as if isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about choosing the perspective that everything, even your struggles, is guiding you toward a better outcome. A simple example. Imagine walking into a job interview. If your mind is filled with fear, I probably won't get this, I'm not good enough, then your body language betrays you. Your handshake is weak. Your answers feel hesitant. The interviewer senses your lack of confidence. But if you walk in thinking, this interview is part of a larger plan, whatever happens, it will work out for me, you're relaxed. You smile more. You listen carefully. You show curiosity instead of desperation. That shift in energy makes you memorable. Even if you don't get that specific job, the impression you left might lead to another opportunity down the line. This is how the principle works. By acting as if things will align, you allow life to meet you halfway. Why this mindset? Matters. Life is uncertain. We can't control every outcome, but we can control how we respond. Jung's wisdom helps us shift from fear to trust, from anxiety to resilience. When you act as if everything works out, you release unnecessary stress. You see setbacks as detours, not dead ends. You cultivate patience and faith. You attract supportive people and resources into your life. Over time, this mindset becomes a habit. Your unconscious mind learns to default to hope instead of despair. That's when transformation truly begins. Story: the power of belief. Let's bring this idea to life with a short story. A young student was preparing for a crucial exam. Everyone around him was anxious. His classmates complained that the syllabus was too long and the questions would be too difficult. He began to feel the same fear until he remembered Jung's principle. Act as if everything always works out for you. Every morning, he imagined himself calmly writing answers, leaving the hall with a smile and receiving his results with joy. At first it felt unrealistic. But as days passed, he noticed something strange. His anxiety lessened, his focus sharpened, and he retained information more effectively. On exam day, He walked in with quiet confidence. He wasn't perfect, but he was composed. Weeks later, his results came. He hadn't just passed, he had excelled. This wasn't magic. It was the psychological power of expectation. By acting as if success was inevitable, he allowed his mind and body to function at their highest potential. Key insight: Jung once said, "You are not what happens to you. You are what you choose to become." When you act as if life is working out, you choose to become resilient, hopeful, and open to miracles. You stop letting circumstances define you. Instead, you define how you will show up, regardless of the circumstances. Act as if everything always works out for you. Carl Jung. Shifting from fear to faith. Most people live their lives dominated by fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. They hesitate to take action because they imagine the worst possible outcomes. This fear drains their energy and prevents them from experiencing the beauty of life. Carl Jung believed that one of the greatest transformations happens when we learn to shift from fear to faith. Acting as if everything always works out is essentially a declaration of faith. It means saying to yourself, even if I can't see the entire road, I trust that every step I take is leading me somewhere meaningful. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or living in denial. It means choosing to look at problems as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Every challenge, no matter how painful, is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Reframe every problem. The first step in living this principle is to reframe how you view problems. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How is this happening for me?" If you lose your job, you can see it as a tragedy, or you can reframe it as an invitation to explore new opportunities. If a relationship ends, you can drown in heartbreak, or you can reframe it as preparation for a deeper, more authentic love. If a dream collapses, you can feel defeated, or you can reframe it as a redirection towards something even better. When you reframe problems, you begin to uncover hidden gifts. Life stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like a mysterious teacher, detached from immediate results. Another key to this mindset is learning to detach from immediate outcomes. Most of our suffering comes not from what actually happens, but from our obsession with when and how it should happen. We expect instant success, instant recognition, instant rewards. When things don't appear quickly, we panic. But acting as if everything works out means trusting that even delays have a purpose. Maybe you didn't get the job because a better one is waiting. Maybe the relationship didn't happen because the timing wasn't right. Maybe the failure you experienced is equipping you with resilience you'll need later. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you keep moving forward without obsessing over the clock. You do your best, and you trust that life is arranging the rest. Visualize the best possible outcome. Carl Jung emphasized the power of imagination. What you hold in your mind eventually shapes your reality. By visualizing positive outcomes, you prepare your subconscious to move confidently in that direction. Every morning, spend just 5 minutes imagining your life flowing smoothly. See yourself smiling through challenges. See yourself overcoming obstacles. See yourself walking with grace and attracting supportive people. Visualization is not daydreaming, it's mental rehearsal. Athletes use it to perform at their peak. Leaders use it to stay calm under pressure. You can use it to live as if everything always works out. Story: The hidden gift in failure. Let me share another story to illustrate this. There was once a young woman who dreamed of becoming a dancer. She trained for years, but when she auditioned for a prestigious academy, she was rejected. Her heart was shattered. She thought her life was over, but instead of giving up completely, she remembered to act as if this was happening for her, not against her. She reframed the rejection as redirection. She asked herself, what else could this mean? Months later, she stumbled upon a teaching program for underprivileged children. She began teaching dance to kids who had no access to art. At first, she thought it was just temporary. But soon, she discovered her true passion, not just performing, but inspiring others through dance. Years later, she built her own academy, reaching thousands of students who found healing and joy through her teaching. Looking back, she realized the rejection wasn't the end. It was the very beginning of her true calling. This is what happens when you live as if. You trust that even apparent failures are seeds of something greater. Why this works, Carl. Jung often spoke about the collective unconscious, the idea that all humans are connected through shared symbols, archetypes, and patterns. When you act as if everything works out, you align yourself with one of the most powerful archetypes, the archetype of the hero. The hero doesn't give up when the road is tough. The hero believes that every trial is part of a greater story. When you live this way, you radiate courage. People sense it. Opportunities open. Life itself seems to conspire in your favor. It's not because of luck. It's because you change the lens through which you see the world. Key insight: by shifting from fear to faith, you begin to embody resilience. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" you start saying, "What if this lead